Okay, so we're going to see a game between two grandmasters, two super GMs. I mean, one super GM and one GM. Jordan Van Forest 2680 and Nordirbek Abdusattorov, who's like the top, one of the top players in the world, 2768. This is from round 5 of the Tata Steel tournament. Gugesh is also playing there, Arjun is also playing there, all the top players are there, except for Magnus Carlsen. So Jordan starts with E4.
Sir, I have a question.
Yes.
How many rounds are there in Tata Steel?
I think 13 rounds. It's a lot of rounds. Anyway, so E4, C6. Name of the opening? Yeah, our opening of last month, in case you have forgotten. So D4, D5, and don't make full noise when you're coming late. Just have a seat, no mister. So anyway, yes.
Sir, Rudranj, when I was cycling, that guy was cycling front. He slipped off his seat, he put full brakes, his cycle came up because of him, I also came up. We both were going to fall down.
Okay.
Oh,
That was such a...
Okay, alright. Have a seat, calm down, and both of you. Now there are 3 options as we know in the against the Caro-Kann. So you can take an exchange variation, advanced variation, or the main line, knight c3. So he goes for classical version. He goes for e5. The advanced variation does Jordan. Nordirbek plays bishop to f5. There is an aggressive line here for white. How many of you remember this? We discussed this when we learned
I was
the...
not even in
Yes, Rayansh.
G4.
Exactly. Well done, Rayansh. Only one person remembers. G4. When bishop goes back, H4. This is one of the most aggressive lines you can play against the Caro-Kann. And now black has to make space for the bishop, so H5 will happen. So it is a risky line, like it's risky for both sides. So here he plays C4, challenging the sender. Now Nordirbek plays E6, cementing a sender. Now they develop their pieces like hello Arifra.
I was up sleeping.
Okay, excellent reason. Knight C3, bishop to B4, knight E2. So whenever they bring knight E2, it allows knight G3 and kick the bishop or go to F4. So knight E7, black is going there by force, he cannot go here. And now A3, asking the question to the bishop. The bishop goes back, B4. Another question to the bishop. The bishop goes all the way back to C7. Is white's position better, guys?
Yes.
Okay, because you've got a lot of space.
Yes.
So that's the thing with Caro-Kann. You give white so much space, but black has got an active bishop. This bishop, 3 pieces have come out for black. So black is slightly ahead in development, right? So it's how the opening goes. Those who play the Caro-Kann don't mind giving white more center or space. So bishop went back. Now knight G3. You cannot keep you can keep it by going here, right? Only square to not allow the exchange. So bishop G6. And now Jordan Van Forest plays H4. Let me ask everybody, if you are black, what's your next move? Rayansh Manna?
Sir, I need water.
Okay, once again. So others, please think about the position. What will you play for black while I give him water? Others are thinking, they're people behind you. Keep your hands down. This is the time to think. Can't see? Then please come friend now. Lot of space. You can't do that also. You need to solve problems yourself, Sai Krishna. Okay, how many of you have decided? Veer Vikram.
Pawn to H6.
Okay, Rudransh.
Sir, pawn to H5.
Okay, Aripra. Pranit. Castling. Okay. Alright. So, Pranit, if you castle, I play H5. You'll have to allow the exchange of bishop. That's not something, you're okay with that? Like allow the exchange. This bishop is the best piece black has got. So why should black give it away? Not now, Aripra, I already gave you time to think. So in the game H6 was played. H5 is actually a little bit better than H6. But H6 is more stable. It's not opening the position too much. So he goes for H6. And now H5 by white. Bishop goes to H7 of course. Now the most normal thing to do would be bishop D3 in exchange of that bishop. Because that's black's active piece. But first, he brings his queen. He chooses to go active. Does Jordan Van Forest. Risky, not really. It's the best move in the position. You're activating your queen, why not?
Yes, sir. It's good. But
So what will you do for black? If you're black, what is your next move? Try to decide what to play for black. I'll first ask Sai Krishna. If you're black, your next move.
Sir, I'll use the. Sir,
You're saying mumbling this and that. Decide first, Sai Krishna. And then say, na. Make your decision when you're making a move. Virvikram, you can come front. If you're sitting like that, they won't be able to see. No need to raise hands. Sai Krishna, decide. What will you play for black?
the queen to d7.
Queen to d7 says Sai Krishna. Yes, please have a seat, Adar. Okay, let's ask Haripra. What will you play for black?
Sir, knight to f5.
Knight to f5.
Isn't that just like go for the exchange?
How is it an exchange? Oh, you mean knight takes knight and bishop takes.
But
Okay, fine. Please have a seat, Adar. You're fine, right? Okay. Veer Vikram.
Castling.
Castling. You're also saying castling. So, Rudransh.
Sir, pawn to f5.
Pawn to f5. Okay. Shaurya.
So, the pawn to g6.
G6. Okay. So, a lot of you are just missing the threat completely. I don't understand this. This is not something I expect from intermediate. I mean, there's a threat of queen takes pawn. If you play f5, I'll just take your pawn for free. And your rook is hanging. So don't make these kind of... Shaurya, now is the time to listen. So don't make these kind of silly mistakes. There is no reason for making these kind of mistakes. The only reason is you're not seeing what my opponent played. The guy has just played queen here and you're ignoring the queen. You can't do that. So some of you are castling, which is the most natural thing in the position, but it's a blunder.
So,
Castling is a blunder. Why? Yes, Shaurya.
so when they castle, bishop goes to h6.
Exactly. That's an easy tactic for white. So with black, you have to expect that. Only then you'll be able to deal with the opponent's threat. So castling will just lose the game. Bishop takes pawn and your whole king side is like crashed open. Because queen g7 is a threat. Now those who are playing g6 seems alright, but after takes, I can take the pawn for free. The h6 pawn. So the best option here is none of those. Rook g8. Defending the pawn because it is attacked. So now white brings out the bishop. Opponent takes. Nodelbeck takes. Bishop takes back. And now knight to d7. So black will castle this side. That is black's idea, right?
Yeah.
White just castles.
Normally.
Yeah. And now knight f5. Bishop to e3. Finally all the pieces have come out for white. Black plays queen to e7. So a lot of things have happened. Whose position is better? Rayansh Manna, try to focus here now. Who do you like more, Rayansh? Hello, Vihan.
Sir, the lifts were not even working 10 minutes late.
Okay.
The same thing for me only.
Okay.
That happened at my apartment.
Usually when we are late, everything is against us.
My basketball class.
Okay. Right now let's see what Rayansh Manna has to say.
So why?
Okay, you like white's position. Alright. White has got the safer king for now. And a little bit more active pieces. Veer Vikram, keep your book down and don't make noise with it. So here, after queen e7, how will you continue as white? You know that black is going to castle long. That's what black wants. What can we do here as white? Normally when people castle opposite sides, we have to throw everything at our opponent. So how do you do that? What move will attack him on the queen side? Rayansh Manna?
Sir, b5.
Exactly.
So he takes.
You take back the knight. Yeah, attacking the bishop. We do everything with tempo. So they will not take, right? So this is how you attack. If a king is over here, you need to do a pawn stone. That's the easiest way to open lines against opponent's king. So b5 is like in preparation for opponent's castling. So here, what should black do? If somebody plays b5 against you, how will you react?
Pawn to no.
Pawn to no. You decide first before you start making the move or telling.
Pawn to c5.
Okay, how many of you agree with c5? Okay, c5 is the correct decision. Don't open lines against your king side, your king when you castle. So c5 is how you keep the position closed. And if pawn takes, then queen takes back or knight takes back. I mean, not queen takes back, knight takes back, right? So here, yes.
So if you play c5 and your bishop and the black bishop moves out and you castle, the
Black bishop moves out. Why bishop move out? He can castle directly.
Yes, sir, but when the bishop moves out,
Huh.
the king could be completely open.
So would you prefer him to stay here forever?
No.
So you would need to use your rooks, no? So you have to castle. So you have to prepare for that. No? What else can you do? So he played knight takes here. Bishop takes back. Queen goes back to f3. And now black castles.
Should the pawn still be there?
Yeah, c5. He moved c5. Of course, white is not going to take and help the opponent. So taking always usually helps the opponent when you go for the exchange. Just like if black took here, it's helping white. If white takes here, it's helping black. So there's no need to like remove the tension. So anyway, castling, and now whose position is better? Again, things have changed. Kings have got their permanent address. Who is better here? Praneeth, who do you prefer in this position?
So I would prefer black.
You would prefer black here.
Yeah.
Any reason for that?
Sir, I mean, pieces, like as of now, there are a lot of chances for exchanging, right?
Okay.
We have to move up, pieces have to go towards the end game. So, there is high chance for the black player that he can abstain all those exchanges and allow white to go for it first. So,
Okay. So you're saying a lot of exchanges will happen and black will make white exchange.
no, black can protect him, like black can or may not go for the exchange at first.
Okay. So the exchange will not happen or will happen.
It can happen and may not.
Okay.
But in order to open the position, they might have to.
So you're saying it's fine for black.
Yeah.
But why is black better? Is there anything that stands out for you? One thing that black has better than white? There are two things I can see that black has got better than white. What are the plus points for black?
Wait.
Anybody? Atar? What do you see for black?
Black has a safer king.
Black is a safer king.
Sort of. No, not safer king.
I don't know if I can agree with you on
I was
that.
thinking of it.
Okay, Shavya.
So it can move to queen. It has a king.
It has a king?
H4.
You were saying moves like queen h4 is an active. That's there, but try to see the position. So
Under
yes,
the-
Rayansh Manna.
Sir.
Yeah.
Under
Yeah.
Sir, rook has 5.
Yeah, so black is more active rooks. That's one thing you can say. This rook is already in the center. White needs to activate the rooks. And this rook can become active if g6 happens. So more active rooks for black and a very active bishop. You've got a very active bishop. But white has chances to, get to this king. Black is yet to start attacking the king here. The pawn storm hasn't started. But once it happens, the rook will be open, looking at your king. Right? So I would say this position, it's in the balance, but here in this moment, the white player Jordan Van Forest played a shocking move. Try to find out why he played this. He gave up his knight. Why? So try to go deeper into the calculation. Don't just do like one move calculation decide, then you won't be deciding properly. When you calculate, go at least 2 moves. Anybody who has already decided? No, good. Okay, you already decided. What does it say? And why did you give up the knight?
Sir, because then the queen can be more active.
So to activate the queen, you are okay with giving up the knight.
Answering.
Then you haven't understood it properly, Rayansh. Have a better look. Where Vikram?
So when pawn takes knight,
Hmm.
bishop takes the pawn, and
Huh.
now
Keep
it's
your
at a
hand
very-
down, no? Yeah.
Now it's very dangerous as it can strike the castle.
So you're sacrificing the knight for a pawn and an attack on d7.
Yes, sir.
How many of you agree with that? Okay, what does Shavli say?
So when we take, we have the bishop is on the
That's why I told you calculate more. Pawn takes, queen takes, they take your bishop. Go more forward in your calculation. You're calculating only one move. Takes, done.
No, sir. When he
Takes.
when he takes, we take back with the bishop.
You take with the bishop. Okay. And then they'll save the bishop, no? So how is the bishop hanging a problem? The main point is this hanging, no? Sai Krishna?
Sir, he sacrificed the knight
Huh.
so that he can open up the position even more.
Okay. Towards, open up the position towards which square?
So the d5.
Towards d5. You're opening it towards b7, no?
The 5.
Where are you aiming at? Where are the pieces aiming at? After the position opens up, where are they aiming at? That's where you're opening it to. You're opening it to b7. So that's the point, no? So that's it. The idea is after pawn takes, he takes back with the bishop and you can't defend this properly. Like if you play b6 for example, what is the next move?
At B8.
Yeah, you can at least take back the piece. That's one thing. Or you can even start with bishop a8 threatening mate. Right? So let's go back. So here, the black player, Nodir Bek, who is the higher rated player, realized that he cannot save his bishop. If he just moves the bishop, then bishop takes b7, king moves, the position is totally gone. The king is not safe at all. So he plays king b8.
Then we take the bishop.
That's what happened. You can take the b7 pawn as well, but after bishop takes pawn, I believe he will just move his bishop or move his knight and get pieces to defend along the line. That is why he moved the king to b8. Now the white player just took the bishop. And now how should Nodir Bek respond? What is the material situation first of all? Haripra, who's up material right now in this position? Please keep your bag over there and please have a seat down. You can sit over here or over there behind Vikram also. Vikram, stay still, don't keep moving around. Okay, so who's up material right now, Haripra? Equal, says Haripra. How many of you agree with her? Is she right? Okay, she is right. It is equal material. Like 6 pawns, 2 minor pieces, 2 rooks and a queen for both. Right? Now what can black do here? The position is still a little bit, risky. Like pawn takes, pawn is coming. The rooks may come to the file. Black's attack is not yet there. So white has got more active pieces. So black has to do something. Yes, Shaurya?
So queen to h4.
But one piece coming here, what does it
Rook
do?
to F8.
Rook to f8, saving the pawn.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sir, but rook, if you play bishop takes pawn, then rook to F8 is.
Why will bishop take pawn? Why won't the queen take pawn?
Exactly.
When you calculate good moves, not bad moves. Why do you want to go into a pin yourself? Take with the more powerful piece. Queen takes pawn is a threat. That's why he is defending it with the rook. But it's a little bit passive. You can play f6. No, you can't play f6 because of the pin. So you'll have to defend it like that. But there is a move that everyone is missing. There is something black can do here, which is better than rook f8. Yes, Rudransh?
Sir, knight to e5.
Exactly. Well done. Knight takes pawn. Can you explain to them why is it a good move? What happens after I take it?
You take it.
So you take it from the pawn.
Then
So then you take it from the bishop.
take it from the bishop.
Take the pawn.
So you're sacrificing a knight for 2 pawns.
Yes.
But 1 second, patience. So if you do this, pawn takes and bishop takes, do you have enough for the knight? You gave up a knight. What do you have? You're attacking the rook. Fine, I'll move the rook. There's no attack. The king is safe.
After
Now let me ask Praneeth. So is this a good move by black?
It is because it moves the bishop on d5.
So after pawn takes, you will play?
Rook takes d5.
Yeah, rook takes d5. So pawn took. And now rook takes d5. Now black is like fine. More than fine. Because the main attacker for white is gone. And lot of exchanges happened. So this position is actually slightly better for black now. After this. Now the pawn is hanging. Attacked 3 times. Only way to defend it, Praneeth Kulkarni. How do you save your pawn, Praneeth? Can someone close the door? We'll be playing there. Are you Vikram? You can sit. Pranit, time to decide. You can turn the knob also.
Pranit, when am I supposed to decide?
No.
Like, can we just,
Turn the knob, not that one, the knob, the round thing. Yeah, perfect.
like, can we just do
Okay. Pranit, have you decided?